If anybody is here, give me just a couple of seconds. I am just about ready. Almost there. Give me a couple of seconds. I will be right there. Come on, give me just a couple seconds. Give me just 1 second. I'm almost there. I'm almost ready. Give me 1 more second. Almost done. Almost done.
2 hours later. And everybody's in skeleton.
I know, right? And that's my fault. I am so sorry. I am like the slowest typer. I mean, I cannot type for anything. If you needed something typed, I am not the person to call. Believe me.
You ever share the music?
Yes. So let me go on ahead and give y'all the proper welcome. So, hello, Kristen Berg. How are you doing today?
Acknowledge me.
Donna Cantor,
Acknowledge me.
Misty Mountain,
Acknowledge me.
Shaw Woman,
Acknowledge me.
Kelly Lavoie,
Acknowledge me.
Spirit Stalker,
Acknowledge me.
Boomer D,
Acknowledge me.
Michelle,
Acknowledge me.
and I'm hoping I caught everybody. I really do. I'm hoping that you guys had a great day. How was your day? Let me know. I also want to let you know, hey, Dolly's in the house.
Hey, Doc.
Acknowledge me.
Greg.
Greg's Inferno.
Acknowledge me.
I also want to let y'all know that a really good friend of ours is coming back to YouTube, and that is Mama Rock. I don't know if she's still live yet. Is she? If Mama Rock, Christina, how are you doing?
Acknowledge me.
If anybody can you do me a favor and put Mama Rock's channel link in? I want everybody to go by and check out Mama Rock. She is back, and that is so good to hear.
Hi, Abby.
Abyss, how are you doing?
Acknowledge me.
You all have been acknowledged, and thank you so much. And I know I'm probably getting on a lot of y'all's nerves because I've been on this Bigfoot kick. And, you know, I'm just so infatuated with this because it's so many people have seen these things, it's got to be true. And then when you think about it, it's like, wow, what about other countries? And that's what I was wondering. So I started reading about New Zealand, and it's really interesting. And I want to watch this and play this video for you guys. Pam Syme, how are you doing?
Acknowledge me.
I want to play this video for you guys, and you know, tell me what you think. And I'm gonna, of course, share the link. And what I do, I let go of the video. I moved the video already. So give me a.
Special.
I am special. Oh, I am so special. If you only knew. I'll find it. I am like
Why did you delete it?
I know I didn't delete it. I made a mistake and moved it, but I'll find it because I know it was. I know what it was. Here's is this. No, that's me. Uh where did I put you at? That's crazy. But that's not what I'm showing. But this is no, that's not it. Where are you? I'm almost there because I remember seeing all these. And but this is it's got me really interested about these things because, just because I haven't seen, like I said, anything, just because we haven't seen them doesn't mean they don't exist.
The best-selling country out there, New Zealand.
It's a beautiful country from what I've seen. When I was just looking on just, to go and sightsee.
Hey, Yankee Cow.
Yankee Cow, how are you doing?
Acknowledge me.
I'm trying to find a video that I had because number one, it won't hurt me as far as getting copyrights. So it won't hurt as bad. And I can freely share this video. I misplaced it. Kinda. But I'll know it because it is showed that I tagged it. So that's Bigfoot. Uh, I don't believe I did that.
Hours later.
Okay, now I'm coming close to it because I was way in because I didn't want to listen to folklore.
Hey, sleep while waiting.
So I know and this is really bad on my part.
My sisters and friends seen a Bigfoot near Cape Lookout in Oregon. We were
Really?
terrified. Oh wow. That's
Really?
crazy. I'd be scared too.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, these things is no joke. And from what I've heard on this one that I've seen, the guys was right there by it. Why did I move that video? I misplaced it. And it's in my folder somewhere. And I meant to, oh, did I keep? I got, you know what? I don't think I kept it. So now, oh, wait a minute. Is that it? Oh no, that's the Yowie. That's another one I'm gonna be talking about too, though. I was reading on the Yowie, which is Australia. Look at that's gonna be an interesting one.
Looks like a bear.
Um, what did I do with it? I can't believe I did that.
You know the name of it?
I kind of do. Well, you know what? I need to go back to the top. Just do it that way. Go back to the top, and I'll find it. Was it this one? I don't remember. No, because it was. I didn't want it to be that many. Well, I guess I can show this one. Oh, this is the one.
Hi, Joyful Stuffing.
Okay. So let me move this over here.
Joyful.
Joyful Steph, how are you doing? And let me acknowledge you.
Acknowledge me.
So let me move this over here, and I'm going to share the screen. And let me there. Okay. So
Go to share on your
actually, let me go right here. Okay.
Do.
I do. I don't know why.
What'd you do? Mhm.
Let me move.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Oh, it's right here. Okay. So let me do this. Okay. Now, I'm going to share the screen and I want to share this video with you guys and I want you to tell me what you think also. So let's get the volume up and
Okay, I just heard some movement to my left. What is that sound back there? Is that cattle? Or a motorized sound? It's pretty intense.
Voices that mimic what I say. I have taken other people out with me, and they like to mimic what us humans say.
let me know if you can hear
I've heard these very strange footfalls as well. Now, I normally wear a GoPro mic, a point of view camera, and they're okay with picking up sound, but they don't necessarily pick up stuff that's further away. I might hear it. So what I'm trying to do is use audio that will pick up things that are further away, and so I've heard like screams, being followed, having the feeling of being watched, stone clacks, strange structures as well. And as I've looked into all of this, I look into the history of Sasquatch around the world. There's various names around the world. There's a lot of things that happen here in New Zealand that represent what's going on in other places internationally. Now, there are many names for Sasquatch or Bigfoot around the world. Here in New Zealand, one of the names is Moehau Man, named after the Moehau Mountain over in the Paranormal Peninsula. And there's the Maroro and Rapawai, and there's several other Maori names. Now, even the Maori talked about these strange wild men who they said could overpower their warriors, and that they feared that would eat them or take their people. No public tracks, and anybody that would go in there might be risking their life because it's very steep, very thick terrain. New Zealand terrain is very hazardous, very unforgiving. It's like rainforest.
Up against the day.
You have to be prepared when you go out there. Things can happen.
Machete?
Things can happen where you might slip and hurt yourself. So,
if you had a machete, it could do wonders. I'm quite sure. Ain't no Bigfoot gonna fight no machete. I don't see that.
Taven?
West Haven, how are you doing, fam? Joyful Steph?
I would sometimes hear these voices. I'd pick them up on my mics.
Oh man, look at that, dude.
I started researching and going, looking basically around the world for what's going on. I put the pieces of the puzzle together to show there's something going on here, and it seems like it could be something to do with New Zealand's Bigfoot or Moehau Man.
After getting the lay of the land and hearing about the Moehau Man, it was time for us to get into the bush.
Yeah, we're gonna need a rope for down here. This is very steep. That's typical New Zealand bush, very slippery and steep and hazardous.
Cut down.
Mm-hmm. Little Patty, how are you doing, fam?
No, there's gotta be something.
Then we found some strange wood piles.
Now, sometimes in these kinds of areas of the wild, remote areas, we come across very strange wood structures, sometimes teepee-like structures, sometimes like branches that lean deliberately up against trees. Sometimes there's arches deliberately pulled over to form like an arch. There's tree leans where you get like a branch that gets placed within two forks of the tree. I believe that these are indicators. Now, there's some trees down here. These are obviously cut by man because they've got saw marks on them like this. But what they do is that I've seen massive healthy trees snap down. There's no indication of lightning. There's no burn marks. So this area is a very small area, but these trees will just snap. And so trying to find a reason for why that happened. Okay. So people in New Zealand, some probably think I'm crazy, but what made this print down here, this 33 centimeter print that's bigger than my size 11 boot, right here. See the heel here, the big toe. New Zealand's Bigfoot. I'm gonna get my casting material and come back.
Many have wondered if there's a connection between UFOs and cryptids. While we didn't come across any striking evidence of the Moehau Man on this investigation, Mark and other researchers continue to find mysterious evidence that points towards the existence of these creatures. Reporting for Unexplained Cases, I'm Jim Birchall.
Get my casting material.
I just want to share that because I've heard that there is something like Bigfoot in other countries, such as New Zealand, Australia, which Australia is called the Yowie. Um, and I thought that's like wow, because that goes to show you that these things are real. And even though they're called different, they're all basically the same principle. They're the same thing, no matter what we call them, Sasquatch, Yeti, Moehau, Yowie. They're all the same. It's still Bigfoot, but it's like different forms and different kinds of Bigfoot, you know.
I know, I thought that was crazy how big they were.
And that was just one video that I watched, and I just thought that was crazy. I don't want to share that. That was just crazy. I mean, tell me what y'all think. I mean, is there anybody here that's from New Zealand that has any stories about these? I'd like to know. I love learning about this stuff. I really do. It's just been lately one of my infatuations, and I don't know why. Um, every time I come home when I'm working, I'm always looking at something else about these things. And it's something about them. Don't know. But the one that he said, uh, that he leaves like the tree formations and sticks and how they sit in a certain way. I actually went to a park when I went to do an EVP session, a spirit box session actually. And these trees it was the same thing. They were sitting in a different way. You
We
know,
know your opinion, Boomer.
yeah. I know your opinion. But hey, everybody, free will. and you got to have an open mind, but there's got to be some realism to these things because how can you explain this stuff? I mean, yeah, you can fake this stuff. Yeah.
Steve?
How you doing, Fallen? So good to see you.
Acknowledge me.
I mean, you can fake this stuff. Yeah, I'm quite sure you could, but why would you want to? What are you going to gain from that? You know?
Views and money.
Well, what if you're not a YouTuber?
Then, then
You have nothing to gain. Um, yeah, like Native American tribes. Yeah, I mean, but see, and these things has been going on. Even the Indians had documented these things here in the United States. They've documented Sasquatch. Over there in New Zealand, they documented. Um, it's just
they're aliens, not big.
yeah, and that brought something else to mind though. And I asked this question before. Um, do you think that these things may have seen aliens? Because then even that guy said the same thing. You think they seen them? I have a feeling maybe aliens have seen these things and vice versa. You know, um,
I still think that maybe they're advanced cavemen and women.
they could be. Um,
Because they were primates. You know what I'm saying? Like men and women cave, back in those times were primates. So
Christina said, "Oh yeah, and this has been going on where they see them way before YouTube. They weren't getting any right. I mean, you have nothing really to gain from this, So,
says she's from New Zealand.
oh, okay. And you've heard of the Moehau Man. Do you? I'd love for you to come up and tell a story about it, of what you've heard, or you don't even have to show your face if you would like to. I would love to hear your story. Um, that's if you'd like to, or if you want to just type it in, you could type it in the chat, you know. But I just like to hear more about it, because here in the States, you don't really hear it about these over there, and that's why I'm like, they gotta be everywhere. London has been known now to see these things, which over there I think is called the Yeti. Um, and then like Australia, uh, they're seeing them.
I wonder what they'd be called in like the Asian countries, like
Yeah, you know what? I wondered if they do have, if they have,
like in Japan
right.
and
I
China,
wonder, do they
Hong
have them
Kong.
in
Same,
China?
like different
Well,
places.
wait a minute. In China, wouldn't they be called Yeti? I think. Let me see. Um, because I'm curious. What is it called in China? And the Chinese wild man.
Okay, that's what they call them. The Yeren.
Urine.
The Yerens are the China's Bigfoot.
Don't piss them off. It's- You're a urine. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh about it, but why would you want to call them the urine? You get those illiterate people, they'll call them urine. They call it urine. I'm sorry, it's just me. And there's some videos on these things too, though. You know what?
Oh,
Maybe we should show one of these. I'll probably get copyrighted. So let me slide this over here. This is something different. So let me go here and I'm going to share the screen. Sound is already being shared. And let's take a listen to this one. I'll probably have to cover up the music on this one when I re-edit it.
just go. Oh.
Yeren, which is the Chinese word for wild man, is an ape-like creature reported to inhabit the remote mountainous regions of China, most famously in the Shenan-Gojia Forestry District in the Hubei Province. Sightings of the Yerens date back and have remained constant since the Warring States period, circa 340
But they
BC
all are
through the Tang Dynasty in 907 AD.
their own.
The Yeren are described as savage, strong, and fast-moving creatures living in the mountain caves and descending only to raid villages for food or for people to eat or rape. Scientific interest in such ape men erupted in the 1950s and 60s in conjunction with the discoveries related to Bigfoot and the Yeti, but pressure by the Maoist government to leave behind these kinds of legends and folk stories repressed further interest in the Yeren until its dissolution in
Wow,
1976.
really? That's crazy.
Afterwards, large expeditions were launched by the Chinese Academy of Sciences to investigate alleged eyewitness accounts,
They're alien.
footprints,
Huh.
hairs,
I
and
still think
bodies
they're like,
by
I don't
Chinese
know, they
scientists.
remind me a lot of.
And there has been over 300 recorded sightings.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because well, Bigfoot could be an alien.
No, see, like that. See? Like, I don't know. They just remind me of cavemen and women who didn't evolve. You know what I'm saying? Because they were primate.
True. I was listening, looking at Christina's.
Just offer
They
them a
have,
Dr. Pepper.
yeah, Melanie. Christina said they have them in Texas, your national state park. Yes, and like I said, I did a video. It's in our feed. I'll look up the title when I get a chance. But if you
That looks creepy.
look at the video, and I didn't think about this until now. There's, I'll probably have to play a little bit of that video, and I'll let you see what I'm talking about.
Of the Yeren since the 1920s. So does the Yeren really exist? Let's try and find out.
Hello, I'm Mike Droberg, a Marine Corps veteran and filmmaker, and we will try to answer these questions on today's episode of Forgotten History.
Okay, so I don't want to get the copyright strike, so let's go past that.
Stories of the Yeren and similar creatures have persisted for millennia in Chinese folklore.
Maybe even Coca-Cola.
The oldest appearance of the Yeren in writing lies in the 9 songs
Here, you can have
by
this.
Q Yuan,
Don't eat me.
who lived from 340 to 278 BC in the state of Chu during the Warring States period. His 9th song speaks of a mountain spirit, which was described as a human-like creature clad in a fig leaf. The accounts of the Yeren's wild nature were often portrayed as lustful, capturing and raping villagers, the latter especially if the victim was
Raping
female.
villagers. Ain't
The same was said about the wild women or wild
Hi,
wives,
Jason
where they would
Vance.
abduct and sling
Hello,
men
Jason.
over their backs, carrying
will
up the
acknowledge
mountain
you shortly.
to do the nasty. I'm just not sure why they didn't just have hanky-panky with each other.
What? Hanky panky.
She like that one court judge I seen here in
Bear County?
Texas, yeah, Bear County.
Ah, that's funny.
I'm sorry. She did-
Bad. You need to stop.
But I digress.
Me
In
too.
1555, during the Qing dynasty, its local newspaper published a story about a group of Yeren sheltering in nearby mountain caves. They preyed on the dogs and chickens of the local villagers.
Solomon, what the
In
hell?
rural Hubei, the Yeren were rumored to be the descendants of runaway laborers
Oh, I know.
conscripted to build the Great Wall of
Yes.
China. Other newspapers, as well as Chinese natural history works, such as Li Shizin's 1578 Compendium of Materia Medica, frequently mention Yeren or similar ape men. Testimonies of the alleged creature
No.
I was just asking.
typically agree that the Yeren walks upright,
You
stands
want-
well over
Let's
6
be
feet
Bigfoot.
tall, is covered in hair all over its body, especially along the scalp. It has a face reminiscent of both ape and human. Other common descriptors include black red hair, distended eyes, and long arms hanging all the way down to its knees. In
Were they
Bigfoot,
humping?
the Yeren
Oh,
supposedly
big-
laughs when coming across
Oh, I
the
thought they
human.
were humping.
During the Mao era, from 1949 to
Where your
1976,
head at?
under Chairman Mao Zedong,
That's the-
fervent government campaigns aimed to squash superstitious beliefs and to quell debates surrounding the mysterious Yeren. Mao believed stories of the Yeren, ghosts, and spirits would impair productivity, such as by
Oh,
scaring
no, sorry
farmers
to
from
hear that,
tending to their
Jason.
fields. Mao was so concerned about these stories that
I'm
circulating
sorry to
them
hear that
were
too.
sometimes punishable offenses. Thus,
I could
scientific
thank you for
interest would
disability
quickly
to the
dwindle.
state of Washington.
In 1974, historian Li Jian recorded testimonies from the locals regarding the Yeren, the oldest occurring in 1945. His work soon attracted the attention of Liu Minhuang, a professor at East China Normal University, as well as several scientists in
Someone order
1976.
snow here.
As the Mao era ended in the
Bigfoot.
downswing of the tumultuous Cultural Revolution, the taboo against
Yeah.
superstitions
Yeah,
diminished.
we're good.
And popular Western works
We're getting
regarding the
cold
Yeti
front.
and the
Our
similar
cold
North
front.
American Bigfoot were translated
About
into
what?
Chinese.
40, 50.
Coupled with
30
Li's and Luao's work
38 tonight.
and the increasing
and tomorrow.
commercialization with the newly wrought publishing freedoms,
That's cold enough
interest
for
of
me.
ape men surged as Yeren fever took hold. In subsequent years, Liu would become the most prominent worker on the Yeren,
I'm
earning
sorry
the
to hear that,
nickname
Jason.
Professor of Yeren. In 1977, Zhu Weizing, along with military personnel, zoologists, biologists, and photographers, launched the Yeren expedition in Shenongjia on behalf of the Chinese Academy of Sciences. They collected footprints, hair samples, and even took pictures of the Yeren. Their findings were published in scientific journals, pop science magazines, and newspapers.
That's a good question.
One of their most prominent finds was a 1,000-footprint track stretching for about a mile. The team made plaster casts of the most prominent prints, which are more than 18 inches long and show the largest of 5 toes splayed outward. Wang Guangzhou, an assistant professor of forensic medicine at the Wuhan Medical Institute, compared 8 alleged Yeren hairs under a microscope with the hairs of humans, apes, gorillas, goats, and pigs, and found them dissimilar. The texture is different from a bear or human, said Huang. The wild man is in the middle between bears or apes and human beings. Yeren hunts affected an unprecedented involvement of untrained laypeople and was by and large fueled by citizen science.
You'll do
In
good.
1981, the China Wild Man Research Society formed with the help of the famous Chinese paleoanthropologist Ji Lampo and offered a cash reward of 5,000 yuan for a Yeren body and 10,000 yuan for an alive Yeren. So far, no one has collected the reward as far as we know. The majority of scientists work to prove these ape men were undiscovered early offshoots of humanity rather than supernatural entities,
See how John-
while a minority
Yeah.
maintained they were misidentified
Oh,
ordinary
no, that's
animals.
person winning.
The most popular theory stated that the Yeren were descendants of Gigantopithecus, or an undiscovered Chinese variant of the African Parathropus robustus. By the 1980s, whole books about the Yeren were being published, and a substantial collection of such literature has since amassed. Some Yeren hunters, generally men, dedicated their lives to the chase, sadly leaving their families behind. A news article surfaced in the 80s detailing the story of a woman
that's what I
who claimed to have been kidnapped by a Yeren.
Black bear.
She spent 27 days in a cave with a Yeren in the Hubei Province and was at some point impregnated by it. However, the offspring died at age 22.
Did he say she was impregnated?
Hey,
20 years before the newspaper article was released, and purportedly a later analysis of his bones supposedly showed characteristics of both man and ape. Another strange encounter that occurred around the same time was recounted by some hunters in the Rongjiang
that's
County
proof, though.
of the Guizhou Province.
Right.
The hunters said they were warming their hands over a campfire when a Yeren emerged from the darkness to join them. The hunters said they were terrified and pretended to ignore it. As the fire waned, they said, the wild man collected more wood and threw it on the fire. In 1981, Li received fundings by the Chinese Anthropological Society to found the Chinese Yeren Investigative Research Association.
Thank you, Carrying Company.
4 of their expeditions that decade garnered audiences upwards of 400,000 people. In 1982, Chinese paleoanthropologist Zhu Juing discovered a 2,000-year-old lantern with an ornament apparently depicting a Yeren, which confirmed the ancient tradition surrounding the wild man.
hairs. Those
However, soon thereafter, as all expeditions
What we do?
failed to turn up additional convincing evidence, scientific interest plummeted by the late 1980s. Except for the one hair sample, the alleged bodies, hairs, and footprints actually came from various known animals, including humans, Himalayan brown bears, Tibetan blue bears, Asian black bears, macaws, gorals, and seraos. The purported monkey boy skulls, supposedly evidence of the Yeren human hybrid, actually belonged to fully human children who suffered spinocerebellar ataxia. Additionally, many eyewitness accounts were likely completely fabricated or embellished. Following the 1989 Tiananmen Square protests and massacre, the government began constricting private organizations and discouraged the ideas and observations of laypeoples in scientific matters. Concurring with this trend, in 1994, Lee's Yeren Association was absorbed by the China Association for Science and Technology and was renamed the Strange and Rare Animals Exploration and Investigation Committee. Alongside the giant panda, the Yeren was also used to spotlight environmental issues in China in the 1970s and 80s, specifically widespread deforestation, which many researchers were worried would lead to the extinction of the Yeren before it could be discovered. Yeren fever may have been at play, among other factors, in the establishment of the Shenangjia National Nature Reserve in 1983. Hubei capitalizes on the creature's
Hello,
influence to attract
Shirley and
tourists to its
Kathy.
remote villages within the province. A statue depicting a female Yeren and her child exists within the nature preserve, serving as another popular tourist attraction. So is the Yeren real, or is it a myth? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Let's say China. 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 China.
You go up. I wasn't trying to go there. I didn't know that was there. My bad. That's interesting. I'm gonna leave the link to that video in the description box. So if you'd like to go by and check that video, you could. I will put it in the description box. That video, actually their channel, since you'd already seen the video. And the other video I will put in the description box also. Interesting, very interesting. I mean,
At least
you
this one gave a lot more evidence on it, though.
yeah, and that, but that one was on the urine, so you know, you learn new things every day. Jason Finch, this is for you.
Acknowledge me.
And Mom of an Angel
Acknowledge me.
and Carrie Ann Company.
Acknowledge me.
Those are for you. And yes, you did.
Oh, awesome.
So what do y'all think? I mean, I'm gonna have an open panel here. So what I'm going to do is copy that, and I'm just gonna put it in here. So Christina or Boomer or Dolls Dolly, Michelle, Shawwoman, if y'all want to come up, come on up. We'd love to talk to you, and let's talk about it.
Is that good?
It's just my own opinion though. There has to be something real about these things because it's been piquing my interest now for the past, I want to say 5 or 6 months. Ever since I was talking to Bigfoot Michigan Rob, huge shout out by the way, Bigfoot Michigan Rob. Check out his channel. Ever since. And you as well, Carrying Company, you stay blessed. I hope you do. You know, you're a blessing just for being here. All of you are a great blessing, and we appreciate you. But yeah, I just had this infatuation now, and I'm always looking at stuff now that deals with Bigfoot or because I'm just trying to understand. You know, we've done so much in paranormal. You know, my wife, you know, the boys every now and then. And I know that there's other things out there, and that's what I'm trying to do. I want to be more versatile, you know, in what I do. And so I want to cover everything that deals with paranormal, whether it be cryptids, you know, or, you know, whatever. That's what I want to do and just be more universal and know try to build more knowledge, and keep an open mind, you know. Um,
That's true, little Patty.
and I agree, little Patty, it's all connected. Yeah, and I think so too.
Even the
When
paranormal, I
like
think, is
the
connected.
paranormal, cryptids, UFOs, this stuff, a lot of this stuff is all connected in some way or another, And that's why I asked that question a long time ago. Do you think Bigfoot has seen, aliens and vice versa? Has aliens seen Bigfoot?
Spirits.
Right, or ghost, spirits, have these things seen spirits? There's all these possibilities. What do you think, Christina?
Well, my spirits here love the idea of aliens. So I don't know. I'm assuming they've seen them or they know they exist or I don't know. It's something. They're very into aliens. The spirits, which I find interesting. All of them. And, do they have something to do with Bigfoot? I don't think so. And I only say that only because I um I I believe that Bigfoot or Sasquatch or Yeti, whatever you want to call them, these beings existed, and they're something we just haven't discovered yet.
Right.
And they're on this planet, Um, so yeah, there's a lot of things we just didn't discover, and they became extinct, and I always say this, they're like a lot of things I meet in death, they're deceased, and when they tell me what they are, because they don't, when they show themselves, I'm like, what are you? Not sure. I gotta ask, and when they tell me and where they live and where they lived and whatever, and most of them are no longer, they're extinct, right?
Right.
So, but these things existed in our world. We just, it's like the dinosaurs. There may be stuff that we'll find eventually leading to that, but they were here, a lot of those things. And the reason why people can explain what they look like and all this stuff is because they're in spirit. They were able to see them like they were there, but as they were ghosts, just like a lot of people see ghosts and think it was there, but it wasn't, because it was a ghost, right? Or a spirit. So yeah, that's what I believe. I mean, although the Bigfoot, I don't know, necessarily, I don't think they're extinct yet. I think they just are really good at hiding.
Yeah, and I agree. I want to show this video I did. This was a few years back, and the first video we watched, he talked about how he found, like, the trees and sticks in a formation.
Right.
Okay. And I ran into the same situation at this park that I went to, and I seen the same thing. I'm like, was this a satanic ritual? Or what was going on here? And so I'm gonna share the screen, and I'm gonna get to this right here. I won't show the whole video, but just what I was looking at. What's this? Now you see how these trees laying
over here.
But that's not the only one. Look at that. Oh, look at the spider web.
No.
I know. Squirrel. No, Popeye. I'm sorry. And there's another one over here. Now you're gonna in a few minutes see how I find these tree formations. Yikes. Hello? I kept hearing footprints. I'm not sure if anything happened in this park. I don't know. And I meant footsteps. But I hear people walking.
Babe, you're funny.
I'm goofy. Could be joggers or, you know, people just enjoying the park. A lot of these trees that's down was not down like this when we were here. Look at this.
Like, look at the bed next to each other. That is weird.
There's a part of here that I came to and did a spirit box session, and I can't remember where it was at. But the crazy thing was I did get some EVPs. Hello? I think I may have found... Hello? I think I may have found the spot that I first did a spirit box session. I don't know, but something feels really weird
I did not feel,
about this
it was
spot.
very uneasy. I kept getting an uneasy feeling.
I'm gonna do a spirit box session right here and see if we get anything. Is anyone here like to talk to me?
This is the old school SB7 spirit box.
My name is Ed. I came here once before. Do you remember me? I mean, no disrespect to you. I come to you out of love and light. Who's here with me? What is your name? Yes, I'm Ed. And your name is? You don't have to be afraid of me. This box is so I can hear you. You can speak through this box.
Is anybody here?
That's what I was gonna say. Look at all the trees that's down, but the way that they're lined up, and some of them are like, I
Well,
don't know.
I wanted to say that first of all, that is the most quiet I've ever heard the SB7. And the
Yeah.
fact that the first thing that it said was my mother's name, I was like, that would be my mother telling you, hey, listen, this is not a good idea. Get the fuck out of there.
Her name was Joanna.
Yep, her name was Joanna.
Oh, God bless her. Wow. I'll just play a little more and then I'll stop.
Is there someone near me? Because it feels kind of cool right here.
Yeah.
Like I said, a circle.
Yeah, it's in a circle where I'm at. And that's what I'm doing. I'm basically walking around that circle.
I don't mind it. I just like to know. Or am I bothering you? Talk to me quick.
Your opinion?
Hey, everybody's got a right to their opinion. This is the quietest though I've ever had. Every place I went to do a spirit box, and I'm using the SB7. Tony's watching it.
Yeah.
And it's the quietest. I've gotten very few responses. That's a rarity for me.
Right. It was very quiet. And
And
the
and that goes to show that there's no radio reception.
yeah, there's no radio reception, but the SB7 is amazing because I've used it in all sorts of places and it always picked up something. And when I used to go way out where I think there wasn't a lot, I would use AM instead of the FM. And that is the quietest, and I mean the quietest that I've heard in SB7. But you were getting some stuff then when they kind of got used to you.
Right.
But there was obviously definitely something there that they were kind of like, maybe you should go.
Right. Yeah, because they were shying back. It was just a
But
little.
yeah, so maybe there was just a bad spirit there, which, they were just trying to tell you, hey, maybe it's not a good idea to hang out here because there's not a nice one here.
Right.
Because the good spirits will warn you.
That's very true.
But
Oh, yay. Nice troll. This just love trolls. Gotta love them.
Gotta love them.
Is that you walking over here?
Yeah, that's what it said. I'm like, I don't care.
Right there.
Hey, trolls are walking too.
Walking?
As long as you feel it's nice.
Why don't you walk over to this box and speak in this box for me?
I'll stop it right there. If you want to see the rest of that video, it's titled where satanic rituals performed at this local park. And this was a few years back. There is something that happens in this video, and that's why I'm gonna stop it right there. If you want to see what happens, you have to watch the video. What a way to give myself a plug.
well, you'll have to put it in the video for everybody since you have it there. You might as well put the link in the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the link in the description box. So but it was interesting, to see how that all lined up like that. It was just crazy.
And I'm sorry and apologize that you guys had to deal with a troll.
Oh, they're everywhere. Every channel you go to, there's something. There's one that comes in every once in a while when I'm doing cards. How could you do this to people? And the other day I was just like, this is entertainment. If you don't like entertainment, you need to get off YouTube, dude. I mean,
Right.
I'm not, plus it's not like I charge, so it's for fun, So,
Right.
but they'll just come just to be buggers anyway, but they don't
But
bother me anymore.
it's funny though, Kristen, because his picture is of a Bigfoot.
It's of a Bigfoot.
Oh yeah, that's what they do to troll you, They come in to think, But some people believe in Bigfoot and they don't believe in spirits, which,
Right, and that's something I said too. I said
Yeah.
that too. I said some people believe in Bigfoot, but they don't believe in ghosts.
Some people
Some
Yeah.
people believe in ghosts, but don't believe in Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That's
No,
because
and that's fine and dandy, but don't be rude to people.
right. And what they have to do is if you can have an open mind to spirits, then
Yeah.
you can have an open mind to anything. Just
That's
because we haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Oh, that's right.
It took for me to have a paranormal experience
Better
for me
show.
to believe. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because we all know that seeing is believing. Your eyes don't lie to you.
Yeah.
So we all believe that, and
Well,
seeing is believing.
yeah. Well, it's funny because I always believed in spirits. I really and I believed in strange supernatural stuff always. I don't know. But it wasn't until I really went out with my son and actually filmed something, caught something on film myself. And I
Right.
mean, I didn't see it with my eyes, although I heard things. I heard disembodied voices and stuff.
Mhm.
But you can always chalk it up to maybe there is people hiding in here. I don't know,
Right.
But when you see something on film that you filmed, you know,
Right.
or that my son filmed on a camera that you can't, you're like, oh, okay. It wasn't even like, it was a phone or a regular camera. You can't really fix these old ass cameras. It's not like, and you look at the film, you look at what you filmed and you go, holy crap. And that's when I really got into it, when I was like, because then to me, it was on a bigger scope. Then it was like, wait, maybe they need something. Maybe they're trying to communicate with us. It wasn't
Right.
just like, oh, they're there and that's normal, like which was, I guess, my mindset before. It's like, oh, it's normal. They come back and forth to visit their loved ones or whatever. I
Right.
didn't realize the scope of it until I went out with my son and I caught these things on camera and I'm like, wait a minute. What the heck is going on? Why are so many here? You know.
Yeah, I was just reading what Shaw Woman said. She said, Marco Polo with spirits. I should try that sometime. As a matter of fact, Shaw Woman, if you like to come up, hey, come on up, fam. Anybody that would like to come up, I'm welcoming you to come right on up. If you got a nice paranormal story also to tell, please, we would love to hear your story. That's not it. Let me take that off of there. That is not. Oh, that was my Zoom. I just
Really?
erased it. I am so blondish sometimes. Sometimes. Okay, there it is. For if you'd like to come up here, on and if you don't want to show your face, you don't have to show your face. But if you have a story to tell, we would love to hear your story. I know this is not my segment to, which I title "What's Your Story," but I like to hear it anyway because I love hearing other people's stories. You know, um,
But it has to do with like anything. You know what I'm saying? It could be any story, like
mhm.
experiences.
Yeah,
Bigfoot, aliens.
Bigfoot, mother-in-laws. I mean, anything that. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, but
Well, and those parks are really the nuttiest. The park that I went to, the first place I really went to with my son, to show him that he wasn't crazy and what he was hearing was ghosts and spirits or whatever. And what he was seeing was Edgewood Preserve. And I have a lot of videos on that, guys. And that place was crazy. And I mean, we had everything from disembodied voices to rocks being thrown at us to the little thing we caught. But, you know, we had weird mists, phantom joggers. I mean, there was so much stuff in that place. But it also, and I kept telling my son, like, isn't it strange that all the trees are broken? So, and he's like, oh, it was probably the wind or something. I'm like, but then the big trees would be broken. Because you think the bigger trees,
Right.
they're taller, the wind would hit them first. They
Right.
wouldn't hit the littler trees. But it was all the littler trees that were broken and bent. And I was like, oh, there's a Bigfoot here or something. And he's like, Mom, you know, maybe it's a nature preserve. Maybe there's like
Hello,
animals
Mojo.
like bobcats or something. And I said to him, no, it's too high for a bobcat, and we don't have bears in Long Island, supposedly. So we just thought that was really strange, that
Right.
all the smaller trees in the middle of these big trees were broken. The top half was broken.
That's crazy.
That is weird, though.
Right? I couldn't, to this day, I can't explain why that was.
How you doing, Boondock Mojo? Let me welcome you.
Hi, Mojo.
That's weird. That really is. Have you had any other experiences like that? Is that just one time? Or there was multiple?
With the trees in that one particular place, it was the worst. Other places had trees down and stuff. There was one place where I saw like a weird, things being built with sticks, but I can't say if it was people or not, But that really got me because I'm like, why are the littler trees broken? And you could tell they weren't burned. You can tell, and when my son said, well, it has to be an animal, I said to him, we're in a nature preserve. I want you to listen. Besides a few birds, there was nothing in that place. No deer, nothing. And I realized because that place was haunted as shit, so the animals weren't staying there. Oh. But, there were some birds. But other than that, there were no animals. There was barely, I don't even think we saw a squirrel, quite frankly. And it's a nature preserve. And there wasn't even a squirrel.
Hello, Scully G. Welcome to the chat.
Hey, Greg's Infernal.
And Greg's Infernal said, I'm not saying I don't believe in Bigfoot or skinwalkers, but not very interested in them. I'm more into the spirits and aliens, though some of the stories are interesting to hear. Yeah. I'm not saying I don't believe it. Wait a minute, is that?
It doubled itself.
Oh, it's doubled itself. Okay.
Well, you know what? I've been doing this series, and I know Jen watches it all the time. Thank you so much for all your guys' support to my channel. I do it's called Sinister Sunday. And right now I think we're on, this week will be part 33. And we're doing true paranormal experiences from people all over the internet that are nice enough to tell their stories. I've done Donna Cantor's story and Michigan Rob's story. I've done a lot of people in the community stories and just other people that, tell their stories to different forums. And these are stories that,
How you doing, Kevin? And let me welcome you to Troll
Kevin. And yeah, if you guys are interested in those kinds of stories, check out my Sinister Sundays. Super interesting. Some of those stories are are crazy. Even now on Friday, I started doing the spooky stories, which are campfire stories, which
Right.
I was making up in the beginning. But now I've found some crazy, scary stories that are like not paranormal, but with people, crazy like people stories. And those are crazy too. People are almost scarier than the spirits, to tell you the truth. So, I've been doing that series too. Hey, Tiggs.
Hey, Tiggs, how are you doing?
Acknowledge me.
And Boondock he sent me some photos, and I want to show them to you. Let me see. Let me find it first. Let me find it. Hold on. Let me back up for a second. Boondock, is it okay if I show these? I want to make sure first.
Yeah. And then after I'm almost done with I guess for now, like I'll stop the paranormal stories, and I've found some people who told their cryptid stories, and that's going to be next on the Sundays, where I do like people who have true experiences with cryptids, you know?
Right. And as a matter of fact, I gotta watch. I didn't even watch your Sunday one yet. Tiggs, how are you doing, fam? Trail cam.
I don't think it sent the.
Oh, wait, you know what? Boondock, it didn't send, but it told me trail cam photo taken on the I guess that's Oklahoma Red River. No cattle or horses would go near this location and the property until they purchased a mean-ass blackjack donkey to kill coyotes. The donkey grazed the spot until it was attacked. It survived the attack but was sliced up on its backside. That's when they set up the trail cam. The cam only activated one pic. Here it is. And the sad thing is, the pic did not send. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Is there more to it? No, it didn't
The
send.
contact.
Yeah, it did not send. Um, yeah, I'm sorry, it did not send.
Spirits and ghosts I get, but people are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, because I'm not afraid of the dead. I'm more afraid of the living.
Yeah. But that Friday story was good too, because you didn't, that story that girl told, you didn't know what it was. You
No,
didn't know if it was a spirit. You didn't know if it was an animal. You didn't know if it was a person. It was fucking scary. And it was a true story. And I was like, holy cow.
right. I didn't know. Be right back. Okay, no problem. No problem at all.
Uh,
Um, so I just I'm gonna get off that kick eventually. Since I've been on this kick of Bigfoot and all this, I've just been really interested in this stuff. And um,
well,
talking to people like Keith, especially. I love talking to Keith, you know.
afraid of my neighbors becoming zombies because she's next to the cemetery.
um,
I wish I lived where you live. We had a cemetery behind our house at one time. I wish we never left.
mm. I have a cemetery. It's 2 blocks away from me, the one my mother's buried in. And it's a big one. And the last time I went there, I had the weirdest freaking experience too. And I was like, what the heck? We went on a live stream. I took everybody live. I'm like, let's just walk to the cemetery. And it was fine. And I was sweating. And I literally said to them, holy crap, I'm dying. And it was about 5 minutes before like we were gonna get ready to leave because they close at 5. So I was sweating, and all of a sudden I stepped somewhere and I said to them, "Ooh, you can smell like funeral flowers, but I don't see any fresh flowers." And all of a sudden it froze, and I mean froze. It was like 90 degrees. It went from 90 to 60 degrees in 30 seconds flat. That my ears were frozen and red, that I had to run out of the cemetery and go home after I smelled those flowers. So I knew that Something was going on. It was so weird.
Did you ever go in the cemetery and when when you're walking, all of a sudden you smell like perfume, like lilac or something like that?
Well, I had never really had the things with smells until that day where I literally was like, it smells like a funeral home. Like you could smell the fresh flowers. And I'm standing there doing a circle with the live stream. I'm like, there's not one flower here. It was freaking crazy. And it was so strong smell, like that you were standing in a funeral home with all the flowers.
Tina, how are you doing, fam? So glad you came in.
Oh, Tina.
And little Patty said, yes, yeah, I have. There's times that me and Jen would go in the cemetery
Cigarette smoke.
and we would either smell cigarette smoke, cigar smoke, or like lilac.
Like old person's perfume from
Right.
back in the day.
Back in the day.
Where it's flowery, scenty.
Yeah, I was gonna ask anybody in the chat, have y'all ever had that experience where you went into a cemetery and you catch these different smells, but you couldn't figure out where it came from? Little Patty said, "I smell my mother's perfume at all times still."
Oh, she's coming to visit you. That's lovely.
That's what it is. Yep, she's coming to visit you. When you smell her all the time, that means she's there with you all the time.
Yeah. Like, I think only one time I got a smell. I'm like, oh, it smells like patchouli. And I'm like, my mother used to wear patchouli. Now, I don't like it, the smell at all, on me anyway. And not many people could carry patchouli, but my mother wore it well. And when I smelled it, I was like, oh.
Hey,
That was only one time. It wasn't in the cemetery. It was at my, it was when I was, it was right. It was like right after, like a little after she died, maybe only a year and a half or something.
Hey, whoever smelt it, dealt it.
Yeah.
Shawwoman said, I think she was talking about when she used to ride I used to ride my bike through a cemetery near me as a kid. And then she said, not even during the day. So I guess, are you talking about riding your
Never
bike to the
smelled
cemetery?
any scents, I guess.
And Mom of an Angel said, where's it at? The farm is next to a cemetery. I've seen some crazy things. I bet you have. Scholar G said, walking in the woods, yes. And I don't know why. I just, our infatuation, not just mine, my wife also, we love taking walks in cemeteries, always have, because it's so peaceful for one thing.
So I recently investigated the cemetery where the McPike family is buried and got a smelly smell.
Smelly
But I found smoking spots, so might have been some controlled leaf burns.
That's true too, but thing is, if you couldn't find a controlled leaf burn, then what would you call it?
Yeah.
Little Patty said, my mom passed 30 years ago, but I still smell it at times.
Oh, see that? Yeah.
Yeah, that means she's
Hi,
around you.
Mike.
She is around you. Mike, how are you doing?
Hi, Mike.
Acknowledge me.
Natalie said, my mom told me that night that her mother passed, she got a strong smell of her flowers. I believe that. I really do believe that. Shawwoman said, I won't go walking in the woods during the day. Really? I wouldn't go walking in the woods during the night. Day, I have no problem with, because you can see what's coming towards you.
I wouldn't walk
But yeah, and I took a lot of investigations. Mostly they were like national parks, which are the closest you kind of get to woods. In the city, are these big like preserves, like nature preserves, or like parks, these big, wilderness parks. But some of those in Long Island were scary, like, to walk during the day. I would never walk them at night. Never. I went one time, but you couldn't see a shitting thing. I would have needed, like, I don't know, spotlights. You can see a thing. I walked in like a quarter way with my friend into Edgewood Preserve, and we did like a little spirit box, and the feeling was so crazy. I was like, we need to leave. And when we went to leave, the car wouldn't turn on. Really stuck, and and I was like, oh my God, we can't stay here, you know?
Right.
And it was so bad. I was having like anxiety, and my friend's like, okay, well, we could walk over to the stores and then like, I don't know, get a cab back or something. And I was like, it's gonna be $60 to get a cab back. Like I was all stressing. And then he's like, well, maybe you always talk to spirits. Maybe ask one of them if they could help. And I'm like,
hey, Cassie, how you doing?
and I'm like, maybe they're the ones that are keeping us here. Did you ever think of that? And he's like, well, ask the good ones.
Right.
So I was like, okay. So I said, I'm like, spirits, if you could do us the favor, could the car start, please, so we could leave here? And he's like, should I try it? I'm like, I don't know. Give them a second. It's not like it's instant, right? And we had tried for like an hour on and off to get the car to start. It wouldn't start. I said that. We waited a few minutes. He turned it, and the car turned on, and we were freaking out of there. We were freaking out of there. Hey, Cassie. But that was, yeah, that was I was like, no, we're never going to Edgewood Preserve at night again. Never.
Mike, Mike Ghost Shadows, how about you? You have any good experiences? You know, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link in one more time to Zoom. If you'd like to come up, please come on down.
Yeah, because you know, guys, Eddie is sick of my freaking stories. He's like, oh,
No,
God.
oh no, I never get sick of your stories. Oh no, never get sick of your stories, not at all. As a matter of fact, Cassie tells told in the dark. I would love to have you come up here also. She has a great channel. If you guys love stories, go by and check out her channel. Cassie, put your link in for us, please. Mike said, aka Bigfoot, the Grassman, the Gourd of the Woods, Yeti. Yes, I also talked about the Yeren in China and the Moehau Man in New Zealand, which was our thing for today. Yes, everybody misses Cassie. See, Cassie, you are so loved, girl. You are so loved. Skunk Ape, it's all in where you live and what people call the, yeah, and you're right. Because every country has a different name for them.
It's fascinating to see, you know, the different countries have their own version and name for them. You know what I'm saying? And their own experiences and their own stories.
Yeah.
Right.
You know
And I think Shaw woman is right. I don't think necessarily most spirits do not hang out in the cemetery.
No.
But unless they, like, some of them are like in denial. So for a while, like they'll watch their funeral or whatever, they'll just stay in the cemetery because they don't know what else to do. They're confused, you know, if they don't cross over. And they just wander the cemetery. But most go visiting their family or cross over or whatever. So they're not hanging out in the cemetery. And if they cross over and you go to visit and you're talking and they know you're there, they may come, right? But, you know, like when I went to that, I call it the Drama Cemetery out in Long Island. That cemetery was so old. I didn't think I would get that much because I'm like, oh, these people are crossed over or they're, you know. But because nobody ever went to that cemetery, when I went in there and started talking to them, that spirit box, I was like, wait, you can't all talk at the same time because I don't know what you're saying. It was so busy that almost I feel like everybody in that cemetery came out to talk to me because they're like, wow, nobody ever comes to this cemetery, you know. And even when I was leaving, I got a full sentence that I never heard on a spirit box before. Like it took her a lot to get it out, but it came out as a full sentence and it was like broken up, but it was like, "Thank you for coming to visit us."
Right.
It came in like those three, broken up things, but it was the whole sentence when you put it together. And I was like, holy crap. It made me cry when I heard that EVP because I was like, all these people were here and not that they were there waiting for me, but obviously when I went there and I started talking to them and reading their headstones and then I put on the spirit box, they all came. It was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
I feel like they're like, even though at death they're still lonely. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel like neglected and left and forgot about.
When you
Yeah.
see headstones that you know has not been visited in years.
Yeah.
Still forgot about, you know?
Yeah, like when being here in Texas, one of the things I noticed a lot of people here, they really have love for their family because you don't hardly ever see a cemetery that's right. The older ones is a different story, but the newer ones, they're not abandoned. There's flowers all over the place.
Right.
And there's some people that actually sleep in the cemetery. And that's something we notice with their loved ones.
Aw.
Yeah,
They-
You know, that cemetery that I went to, nobody had been buried there since the 50s.
Mhm.
And then right before I left Long Island, I went there and there was a new grave. And I'm like, wait, what the frick? Well, I guess this woman, I guess she was the last of her family. And all her family was buried there. So I guess she was like, hey, listen, I don't care if you don't, or maybe she bought the plot way back when, they had the family plot and they buried her there. She had passed of COVID. It was, I'm assuming because it was in 2020. So,
Right.
it was, yeah, like 2021 maybe. So she must have passed of COVID. And, yeah, and she was the only person buried there in like, I don't know, 65 years or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was reading some of the chat here. Someone mentioned what is it called? The grass man or something? That's another name for Bigfoot, right?
Yeah.
The grass man. Little Patty said Momo to the Missouri grassman. Okay, that's why I seen the grassman. Okay. Shaman said maybe cemeteries are like meetup spots, like malls were to teenagers back in the day. I can agree with that right there.
Yeah.
Mike said, yes, all the same animal, best hind and seek player. Yeah, I agree with you. Shaman said some might have more bad energy than others, and those probably have a watcher.
All the cemeteries have they call him a guardian.
Right.
Every single cemetery I've ever been to has a guardian, and that's to keep
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
the other crazy things out at night, which is why most of the time they close the cemeteries. They don't want you there at night,
That's true.
But there's always a guardian, always. I don't think I've ever, even there's a cemetery another one that's gated in. It's across the street from where my grandmother is, in the nursing home.
Right.
They hadn't buried anybody there in about, I don't know, 75 years. It was just a little, like the first few, I believe it's Irish, the first few Irish settlers who passed away are buried there. It's just a tiny little lot. The church burned down. They took down the church. They left the graves. And it's behind a fence. Nobody ever goes in there. No, nothing, right?
Right.
So I went over there to talk to them because I'm like, look at these. Nobody ever visits these people. I'm like, hi. I'm yelling through the fence to them. And even that cemetery has a guardian.
Wow.
Yeah, he actually told the guardian, his name is Jack, that guardian of that cemetery. He actually likes he loves music. That's and he likes the song "A Thousand Years."
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wait a minute, 1,000 years. Is that song that goes, and I would walk a
no,
thousand?
no, it's the one that one from that I don't know, is it from the that series with the werewolves?
Okay. I don't
It's
know
like
why I was
a
thinking of the
love
other.
one, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of the other song.
Did you hear what Mike said?
Mike said the one place you don't want to run into one is in Alaska. They're more aggressive.
Why, I wonder. That's weird.
Probably because they're cold.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'd be a pissed off person too if I was freezing my butt off.
I need some heat. I'm sorry, man.
The Guardian, yeah, Shaw woman, that's what they're called, the Guardian. There are from what I understand from the spirits, the Watchers are more nature beings that watch over nature and space and all that. But the cemeteries have guardians, and they have gatekeepers that visit like every month, cross people over. They're there, but the guardians are there all the time.
Yeah, little Patty, you're right.
500 miles was what you were thinking.
Yep, yeah. I don't know why I was thinking of that song. I actually like that song though. That's probably why I was thinking of it.
Yeah.
Boondock, he said they're larger too.
That's crazy. I've always wanted to go to Alaska. That's one of my bucket
Yeah,
lists.
that is one of Jen's big bucket places right there. She wants to go to Alaska.
Well, I have my bucket list, but for when I pass away, all the places I'm gonna visit. Alaska's not even on that one. There ain't no fucking way. It's not even on my death bucket list, okay?
Melanie said, I ain't got no privacy. Those they are more aggressive in Alaska as they have suffered the most trying to inhabit it and lost their lives. One group of people back in the 1800s were found eating each other.
Oh yeah, dolls, you're right. Shaw woman, I always bring them a mandarin orange. That's the offering. Oh, they love those. It's like food and drink, and every time I go to the cemetery, I bring it. I've left them everywhere in the cemetery, like, because they only take a little bit of the energy, so I pull it apart and I leave one here, one there, one there until I finish my mandarin orange all through the cemetery. Yeah, I always bring it. That seems to be their like.
It hasn't sent yet. Let me see. Let me try to, if I can refresh this.
The circle in between.
And let me see if it's sent now. I'm sorry, I'm looking for something that Boondock's sending me, and it still hasn't come through. It's probably snail mail, so if I don't get it now, next weekend, we'll bring it up, and I will, if you don't mind me showing it, because I love playing show and tell. Oh, ho, 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 show and tell, just a game I play. Oh, wait a minute, was I singing?
The biggest one recorded in USA is about 9 feet tall in Alaska. They are about 10 foot to 11 foot.
Dang.
Rage ones there.
Wow, they ever thought about maybe trying out for basketball? You know what, Mo? I hate email too. I really do. That's why I hardly ever get anything in the email. So, before I wrap this up, Christina, what you got going on this week?
Same as always. Today, the Sinister Sunday went out. If you're interested in hearing a true paranormal story, I have some of more miniatures, those like make it mini resin miniatures for Monday and Tuesday. We have a live stream Wednesday and Thursday. There is a political song every Thursday making fun of the government. Friday's my spooky scary story night. Saturday is a channel member shout out, and then Sunday we're back to Sinister Sunday. So that's basically going to be my schedule probably for a while because I'm doing my physical therapy, so it's hard for me to do, try to think of other things to do right now. So right now I'm kind of sticking to that schedule, and it seems to be working. So
Hey, Mike, you know what? At the beginning of this video, if you watch it from the beginning, the very first thing we talked about was the Moehau Man over in New Zealand. That was the very first one we talked about. Because I'm getting so into these, and next week though.
But you already do this.
But you already knew that. I just caught that. But next week I'm gonna have a guest on. Week after next, though, I may go into something a little different and maybe on the skinwalker side, because that's another thing I'm starting to get into is the skinwalkers.
you know what you should look into?
What,
Only because I really know that they exist because I crossed one over. Look to see if there's things on people, and I guess I don't know what you would call them, but look for people who live underground.
Oh, you talking about like the blue people? The Kentucky blue people?
Maybe like mole people. I think they're like kind of like mole people. I know they exist. I crossed one. They don't really speak.
Maybe that will be the next topic on the next one.
Because I know they exist now, the first question, of course, I asked him was, "You're not going to eat me, right?" Because I saw that crazy movie. You remember that movie where the people he kind of gave me the strangest look ever. Was like, no, but yeah, they do exist. I'm pretty sure from what he was explaining to me, that is another species that is extinct and most are in spirit form. But they did exist, and it would be interesting to see what the internet has on them.
That's a good idea. I want to do that. And I also want to bring Rob, Bigfoot Michigan Rob back up too, to talk about more of these things and not just the Michigan, but all of these different ones. Get his thoughts on these, and Keith maybe as well. So yeah, as a matter of fact, everybody here that has a channel, do me a favor and can you put your channel links in so that people can come by and check out your channel also. Um, if you don't know how to put your channel link in, let me know and I can put your channel link in here real quick so that people can come by and check you out. So Mike, put your link in. Shaw Woman, put your link in because Shaw Woman, you go on early in the morning. So I know you got a link. So put your link in. Love to have you. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, see, there's Christina.
Yeah, I mean, we're all blue, so I just click on Shaw Woman and I can go right to her channel and I subscribed. So there you go. We'll check her out.
Yeah, check her out. Mike, we'd love to see you too. And because we're gonna be covering all that stuff, skinwalkers and everything. Plus, I'm gonna be going back out to start filming again. I got to get a radar to put on my vehicle. I just found out today, so I'm still grounded until then. But I'm also gonna put Mama Rock's channel in because I think Mama Rock is live. Is she live?
She was live earlier, but she finished about 15 minutes into your live.
Oh, okay.
She came over to visit you here. But yeah, she'll be going live again, so definitely check out Mama Rock.
Yeah, because she went off. So, oh, sorry about that. What the heck?
There's a bird here that
Oh, my bad. I wanted my old video again. I am so sorry, but yeah, I want everybody to put their channel links in so that everybody can come by and see everybody. Come by, say hi. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Be part of their family, just like I am. Because that's how we do it here. Make sure at least watch the video or if something at least 5 minutes. So he can get the watch hours. Me, I like to watch the whole thing. That's just me. So you don't have to be like me, but just go by and show everybody some love. And that's what we want to do. And that's how we keep this community. That's how we put unity in this community and keep this community growing so that we can all grow together. So Dolls Dolly, don't worry, I got you. And Greg's Inferno, I got you. Love you guys. To all our Facebook groups, and there's so many of you. I love you, Facebook. Thank you so much for all the groups that let us post. We really do appreciate you. If you are a member, just $2 a month. And with that $2 a month, it'll get you in all kinds of little perks that we're going to be having pretty soon. As a matter of fact, if you are a member, you will also get a Christmas card from us. This is just our way of saying Merry Christmas. So you will definitely get a Christmas card from us. And pretty soon I'm also going to have a new contest going, another contest. So I figure why not? With the way times are going right now, we can all use a little bit of scratch. So we're going to do just that. Just have another giveaway. And one of the things that I am going to be giving away is going to be this. And this is a backup camera. And I am going to actually give this to someone. This is going to be a way of saying thank you for joining Eddie and Jen. And that's going to be on our giveaway. Plus, we're going to have some gift cards we're going to give away as well. But this is going to be our grand prize. So I figure, why not? Share the love.
Dolls Dolly.
Does anyone want a mouthy little puppy mini blue healer? She's on my last nerve. Dolls Dolly, make sure you put your link in. But I've talked enough. All you guys, we love you. I thank you so much. Make sure you go by and check out Christina's Sinister Sunday. I'm going to go by and check that out as soon as I'm done editing some of this video. Go by, check out her Sinister Sunday. Put in a comment. That way I want to make sure that you were there so I can read your comment. And I will see you all hopefully to next week. So until then, thank you, Christina, so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me again.
And thank you, everybody that's here. We love you guys. And until next week, y'all stay blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Good night.